Kharkongor Kapatisi TV. Kabul, Kamashin Kabalas Nakarpang Kabakhamskem, Kamstet, Kamklan, Batbaduna Bam Umpia.
Ka National Handloom Development Corporation kabahap hapok ka Jingkmi jong ka Ministry of Textile haringkat ka Jingthaiñ lang bat ka Directorate of Sericulture and Weaving ka Sarkar Meghalaya da ka Jingkersan lang jong ka Office U Development Commissioner Handlooms Ministry of Textile hakar Pradrik Urisaw arajar Posan klapen long ka Jingpin Sngothok Siginong Thanjan Ryndia kumno ban penya yo ya ka Ryndia hadi maglayo ya ka GI tag Principal Secretary Jingthaiñ Textiles Uba Frederick Roy Kharkongor habakaran hakani ka jingalang ulong ka jingyo GI tag ka Jan Ryndia klalong ka buram mi ka jila Meghalaya ba minta ginong Thanjan klalaban kham yo nong Arsha Laisha namar ba yakani ka Jan on salaban pinya yo shabar ka jilla bat haga jukapor ulong ru ba ka GI tag kalong kumu Shabi ba ginong Thanjan Ryndia kinyo Jingmyntoi shikadai
As we know that the lamb symbolizes knowledge, enlightenment and prosperity, values that resonate deeply with our handloom heritage, this ceremonial lighting marks the formal inauguration of today's
to be part of this very important event, which is the post-GI activity. Because we all know that in the month of February, the state was recognized and awarded GI for Ryndia. And since then, there has been a lot of highlighting of this aspect right from the level of the Honorable Prime Minister. In fact, Honorable Prime Minister had mentioned it in his Man Ki Baat, which was broadcast sometime in June. And prior to that, he had also written a letter to our Chief Minister, where he mentioned and also appreciated the Ryndia fabric for being hand-woven, hand-spun, ethically sourced, organically produced, naturally dyed, and women-driven. Qualities which are a very important aspect of India's sunrise sector, which is the textiles. Also drew on the source material of many other, researchers. There was another Scottish researcher called Anna, who had done a lot of research work on the Khasi textiles. On the Ryndia and the work in Riboy, which was published in the University of, in the Royal College from London, and then also it got featured in the Journal of the Oxford, textiles. So all these materials we collated, apart from the production, right from farm to fiber, fiber to fabric, fabric to fashion. The entire value chain was documented, and we also engaged heavily with stakeholders, with the people from the field, and we were called for a GI hearing in Calcutta in the month of November 2024, and there we were able to place and we were able to showcase all these historical as well as archival records, as well as the unique manner of production. Apart from that, one very important aspect that I would like to highlight with you is that this activity, in fact, benefits over 50,000 families, which is quite a large section, considering that Meghalaya population is about 30 lakhs. 50,000 is quite huge if you if you translate them into. I'm talking about families only, so it could be into 4 into 5. So as per records, there are about 47,430 sericulture farmers and 42,755 weavers and allied workers directly or indirectly involved. So that is quite a huge number in terms of the contribution to the economic livelihoods, and that number is steadily growing as well. I'm also happy to share with you that in terms of the production, In fact, in terms of eri, uh, the state produces about 14,000 metric tons of eri cocoon. And even during the COVID period, which was a lull period, in fact, it is quite surprising and quite pleasantly surprising rather that the production numbers grew during that COVID period as well. So it shows that the work never really stopped. It kept on growing. Of course, there are many challenges as you mentioned about marketing, but now with so many local production houses which have come up, plus the Ryndia brand which we have, production houses, some of which have found their presence even at the Kunj, in Delhi, the newly opened craft exhibition center in Delhi. So we have some of our local production houses there as well. And some of the production houses here, I can see some of the faces here. Mr. James from Nella Production is also very active. In fact, he has even exported his products to as far as Germany and Ethiopia. So some of these local initiatives that are there are really heartening, and they're growing day by day. And in December, on December 6th, in fact, the Integrated Textile Tourism Project of the Department of Textiles, supported by the Office of the DC Handicraft, will be inaugurated, and we will be having the Honorable Union Minister Textiles as well as the MOS and our Chief Minister. So that itself will be another very big, iconic, game-changing, event that will bring about a lot of visibility into the textile sector. We are also partnering with the MSRLS. Hadin Bafila register, Hadin Bafila along authorized user. Kata kamar jung fi fila bandil lese arsha laisha. Te kum ka state hi baragawai ka India kala debio ya ka long ya kani ka GI tag. Ndai kani kani ndai ka new GI ulong tang kumu Shabi. Te kumno ba fila ban plate ya gilat gilinti kumno ba fila ba pin long ba pila ba pinyo ek Jingmyntoi iba khambun kata kadega Jingthaiñ jongnega workshop. What I'm telling them is that this GI authorization workshop, the GI is like a key. It's about how to ensure that all the weavers here, they get the benefit of that. How they can become authorized users. And I was told by you that Mr. Tejasvi has a shop in Bangalore which stores all the GI products. So it is something which which our people here would be very interested to hear. I also request that Rinki, while the speeches are made, I think some translation may also be given after the speech. Yeah, so some translation maybe also be made so that the large number of viewers here can also benefit from the discourses that are being made here. So this will be very meaningful and also impactful for them. On the verge of I should say dying out, but through concerted efforts by various stakeholders, including the government, various departments, and the people at the grassroots level, there has been an upsurge in the in the whole journey that Ryndia has undertaken. And recognizing this from Department of Textiles, one very game-changing development was the declaration of Umden Diwan as the first Eri Silk village way back in 2021, where through an official gazette, the various activities of the Umden Diwan cluster was recognized, and the state and that village was recognized as the first Eri Silk village. So since then, that journey started, and there was a thought in the minds of the department that we should seek to apply for GI, but we encountered problems because we did not have a registered user group yet. So from the department, we in fact motivated Mr. Precious Mung and his group of viewers to to mobilize themselves into the Ryndia Producers Organization, into the Meghalaya Ryndia Producers Organization, and after the department facilitated the mobilization of the organization, then we we actively collated materials from all over historical records, which date back to 200, 300 years ago from the British archival material, which we sourced from the British libraries, and also we had a lot of materials which we sourced from various countries, including France.
Phin riu squat ya các tiên là dòng phin đâm cam ya cả ba căn kiêu các tiên khasi các tiên là dòng ai cần rồi cần pa
haka jing ya kop ya lekai ya ki bajop ki yo ya ki medal ka kentien khasi ka dei takama ki don lajat ki takama gold medal kamut takama kser silver medal kamut takama rupa but bronze medal kamut takama mong deir nong namar nong kamut brass haka ktien pareng tu dayakan mau kendit ho lapan mi dakapati CTV nakabenta ka Jingmyntoi upat ba